Hello students of 9th standard. Today we are going to study the chapter from English Kumar Bharti, The Necklace. Now, this story is written by a French author, Guy de Maupassant. Now before we go to the chapter, I will just tell you the story in short. Madame Mathilde Loisel, who lived in an apartment with her husband, Monsieur Loisel, and was very unhappy and unsatisfied with what life had given her. She was unhappy with the apartment's shabby walls and the worn out furniture. She was also irritated by the way her husband reacted to the homemade food while she was dreaming of a royal dinners being served in silver dishes. They were neither rich nor poor. She had to marry a clerk in the office of the Board of Education just because her family couldn't afford to give her dowry. She also hated visiting her old friend Madame Jeanne Forestier, as she was a very rich lady and Mathilde envied her. Whenever she visited her, she became sad and cried for days together. One day, when her husband returned home from work, he got an invitation to a party at the house of Minister of Public Instructions. Contrary to his expectation, Mathilde was irritated and angry and she threw away the card. She was upset because she didn't have anything to wear at such an extravagant party. Her husband gave her 400 francs to buy a new dress which he had been saving so that he could go hunting with his friends. After buying the dress, she was sad because she didn't have any jewelry to make herself look more appealing and attractive. Her husband suggested that she could borrow jewelry from her friend Madame Forestier. When Madame Loisel went to her friend's house and described the situation, Jeanne, she showed her the cupboard and asked her to choose whatever she liked. Mathilde chose a precious diamond necklace which was kept in the black satin box. They went to the minister's party and all the men admired her as she was looking gorgeous in a new dress and jewelry. They returned at 4 in the morning. By that time, Loisel had already dozed off in one of the rooms with three other men. They decided to leave and couldn't find a carriage. Finally, after walking for a while, they got a carriage which dropped them right outside their door. Mathilde realized that she did not have the necklace. Monsieur Loisel went out to search the railway tracks for the necklace. He went to the police station, the cab offices, and also gave an advertisement for reward to the person who would return the necklace. Meanwhile, he told his wife to tell her friend that the clasps of the necklace had broken and had given it for repair. After a week, when the necklace could not be found, they decided to replace it with a similar one. They found a similar necklace priced at 36,000 francs. Fortunately, Monsieur Loisel had inherited 18,000 francs from his father and the rest he had borrowed. It took them 10 years to repair all the loans, and in these years their lives changed drastically. They moved to a smaller apartment and removed the maid. Mathilde cooked the food and washed the clothes herself. Even Monsieur Loisel worked multiple jobs to repair the borrowed money. In these years, Madame Loisel started looking much older. Her hair badly dressed, her voice became loud, and she became a normal person who would carry a basket to the grocery store, to the butcher muff store, and the fruit store to buy their daily supplies. One day, when she met her friend Jeanne with a child and decided to tell her the truth and explain how she was indirectly responsible for aged looks and her living conditions. She explained how she lost the borrowed necklace and had to take a loan for replacing it. On hearing this, Jeanne told Mathilde that the necklace she had borrowed was a fake one and was not worth more than 500 francs. So, at the end, this story tells us one must be satisfied and content with what one has. Also, never hide the truth from anyone. In this story, Mathilde Loisel faces a very hard time as a result of her desires. Now, let us begin the chapter. Mathilde was a pretty and charming girl, born as if by an error of fate. Error means a mistake into a family of clerks. She had no means of becoming known, understood, loved, or be wedded to an aristocrat. Aristocrat means a nobleman. Why? Because she was born in a very poor family. So she let herself be married to a minor official at the Ministry of Education. She dressed plainly because she had never been able to afford anything better. She suffered endlessly, feeling she was entitled to all the luxuries of life. Entitled means qualified. She suffered because of a shabby, poorly furnished house. All these things that another woman of her class would never even have noticed tormented her. Torment means tortured, and made her resentful. Resentful, irritated. She dreamed of a grand palatial mansion with vast rooms and inviting smaller rooms, perfumed for afternoon chats with close friends. Palatial means she wanted a very luxurious house. Yet she had no rich dresses, no jewels, nothing, and these were the only things she loved. That means, in short, she wanted a luxurious life. She wanted so much to charm, to be envied, to be sought of. She wanted that people should envy her. She had a rich friend, a former schoolmate at the convent, whom she avoided visiting because afterwards she would weep with regret, despair, and misery. Why? Because her friend was a very rich lady. One evening, her husband came home with an air of triumph. Air of triumph means look of happiness. He was very happy. Why? Because he was holding a large envelope in his hand. Look, he said, here's something for you. She tore open the paper and drew out a card on which was printed the words, "The Minister of Education and Madame George Ramponneau request the pleasure of M and MME Loisel companies at the Minister on the evening of Monday, January 18th. Now, what does M and MME stand for? M stands for moisture and MME stands for Madame, French terms of address. As in India, we say Mr. and Mrs. India means in English. Instead of being delighted as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation on the table resentfully and muttered. Muttered means she was saying to herself only, "What do you want me to do with that? And what do you expect me to wear if I go?" He hadn't thought of that. He stammered. Stammered means took a pause while speaking. "Why, the dress you go to the theatre in, it seems very nice to me." He stopped, stunned, distressed to see his wife crying. He was shocked to see his wife crying. He shuddered. "What's the matter? Let's see, Mathilde. How much would a suitable dress cost? You don't panic. We will see." She thought for a moment, computing the cost. Computing the cost means she was calculating the cost and also wondering what amount she would ask for without an immediate refusal. At last she answered hesitantly, "I don't know exactly, but I think I could do it with 400 francs." He turned a little pale. Pale means he was little bit sad because he had been saving the exact money to buy a gun for a hunting summer in the country near Nanterre with a few friends. However, he said, "Very well, I can give you 400 francs, but try and get a very much beautiful dress." The day of the party drew near, and Madame Loisel seemed sad, restless, anxious, though her dress was ready. Now she was not so happy, though her dress was ready. She had another problem. One evening her husband said to her, "What's the matter? You have been acting strange these last 3 days." She replied, "I'm upset that I have no jewels, not a single stone to wear. I would rather not go to the party." Now she is saying that I have bought a dress but I don't have any jewelry to wear. How can I go to the party without a good jewelry? You could wear flowers, he said. They were very fashionable at this time of year. She was not convinced. The next day she went to her friend's house and told her of her distress. Now who was her friend? Madame Jeanne Forestier. Madame Forestier went to her mirrored wardrobe, took out a large box, brought it back, opened it, and said to Madame Loisel, "Choose, my dear." First, Mathilde saw some bracelets, then a pearl necklace. She tried on the jewelry in the mirror. She kept asking, "Do you have something else?" "Why, yes, but I don't know what you like." Suddenly, she discovered in the black satin box a superb diamond necklace, and her heart began to beat with uncontrolled desire. Her hands trembled as she took it. She fastened it around her neck and stood lost in ecstasy as she looked at herself. Why? Because she had never seen such a beautiful diamond necklace in her life. Then she asked anxiously, hesitatingly, "Would you lend me this? Just this?" "Why, yes, of course." She threw her arms around her friend's neck rapturously, then fled with her treasure. Rapturously means she was very happy and she just hugged her. The day of the party arrived. Madame Loisel was a success. Was a success means she had got a dress, she had got a beautiful necklace to wear. Now she was ready for the party. She was prettier than all the other women, elegant, gracing, smiling, and full of joy. She danced wildly with passion, forgetting everything in the triumph of her beauty and success, floating in a cloud of happiness. Mathilde and her husband left at about 4 o'clock in the morning. When they were finally in the street, they could not find a cab. They walked down toward the Seine till they found one. Seine means it's a river, name of a river. They were dropped off at their door in the Rue des Martyrs, and sadly, it was all over for her. All over for her means now again she had to come back in her original life. In front of the mirror, she took a final look at herself in all her glory. Means she stood in front of the mirror and she was admiring her beautiful necklace, her beautiful dress. But suddenly she uttered a cry. She no longer had the necklace round her neck. "What's the matter?" asked her husband. She turned towards him, panic stricken. I have, I have, I no longer have Madame Forestier's necklace." He stood up, distraught. Distraught means he stood up in shock. "What? How? That's impossible."